Hello everyone, and welcome to my reaction to Spy Family Season 3, Episode 9. The episode title has not been listed on Crunchyroll. It is just listed as episode 46, so that's quite funny. And I have gotten some questions recently if I'm standing while reacting to this. And yeah, I started standing recently because my back hurts, okay? So I need to alternate. In the live chat, we have a Waleed, Hunter, Mary, Dark Shadow is going to come back later. He's off to dinner. Espada is here, Booty. Carlos, shout out to Mike, Modru. Did I say Hunter? Where did Sotos go, by the way? He came back and then... He came back after My Hero Academia and then... And the Mary is also here. Okay, so last week, the bus jacking incident was resolved. And someone made a good point saying in the comment section that Anya might get a stella. And that's a very good point because everyone was very impressed by her. Obviously, they didn't know that she could read minds and that influenced some of her actions, but it doesn't matter. She really, I think, helped a lot to keep everyone kind of like at ease to some extent. So I'm really looking forward to the aftermath of that event. Okay, here we go. Oh, four of them! Wait, him and the big guy that's basically Oji-san? Oh, they're all getting one! Aww. Wow. Anya's era! Tozen. Oh. Where's Yoru? なんだよ。
大丈夫。怖くない。
お前、ほんとすげえよな。
チナもかっこよかった。アーニャの爆弾特化エコしようってヒーローのやつみたいだった。普通のことだし、全然。友達助ける。友達。ああ、友達になってしまったか。母ごめんなさい。この勝負アーニャの勝ちっぽい。
え？何言ってんだ？てかマブトまでは言ってねえだろ。っていうかわかんだろ。うちは誰も迎えにも来ない。俺に取り入ったってうちの親とは仲良くなんねえよ。だよ。てかお前んちだって。迎えの都合。
走ってきたの。
お怪我はありませんか？刺されたり撃たれたり潰されたり生きているんですか？大丈
るのが遅れてしまってすみません。
ノットタングステン。年相応で安心
Not when your mommy is there. All the nerves of tungsten melt when your mommy is there.
さっせえやつ。
いやー、まさか突入部隊が出るまでもなく解決しちまうとはね。飛んで帰ってきたのが無駄足になっちまったな。
父も来てた。
なんだかわかりませんが、無事終わったなら俺は戻ります。家に帰ったらあいつが好きな食事でも作ってやりますよ。
そうね。
ハンバーグ。
そういえばダミアンさんですよね。来る途中メリンダさんの車を見かけましたよ。
She ran faster than the car.
来ましたが、もうすぐここへご到着されるんじゃないかしら。
母の仲良し相手、ライバル。
ダミアン。来てくれたのですか。とにかく無事でよかった。
おじと同じジャンルだった。ギュップ。
よかったですね。
What? Anki? What? Oh, like obsessed with his sister, obsessed with her son. But she doesn't show it on the outside. It's gonna be me, but I'm gonna show it on the outside. Oh no. I'm gonna be like Yuri. What about my kids? Oh. There's no stopping it though. Even when you know, there's no stopping it.
無理しなくていいのよ。母上、俺が泣いてたこと父上には言わないでください。余計な心配させたくないし。来るんじゃなかったわ。そう事件で犠牲になってくれれば。どうでもとても目障り。さっさと一人で強がっちゃってなんていじらしいのかしら。この子さえいなければ私の宝、私の呪い。約束よ。
スターライト、アーニャ。
She's got the multiple personalities? Oh, shame. Imagine having a mother with, like, as a kid when you don't understand something like that. Because I heard, and I don't remember when I read this, but like, I heard like there was studies with dogs. If you switch up your personality on 1 minute, you're like treating them nicely, on 1 minute you're like shouting at them and stuff, that messes with your dog's head so much that they can go like crazy. This was a really long time ago when I read something like that, but a kid's mind is being shaped around this time, right? So imagine getting those kind of mixed signals, not knowing if you're loved or not. Like, it can be very troubling.
お前、犯人に食料を強要したそうだな。
アーニャ腹減ってた。
すみません。きっと私の作った朝食では栄養不足だったのですね。
平気そうに見えても、あの状況は相当応えているはずだ。慎重なケアをしてやらんとな。
He's worried about her.
車はオンボロボロ。
オンボロボロ。
窮屈。窮屈。ベッキンチの車は広々のピカピカ。
うるさい。
うるさい。
答えてない。
こないだ母とパトカー乗ってビュンって速くて楽しかった。
心が傷ついているのだ。癒してやらねば作戦に支障が。どうする？
アーニャ、なんだか今日はケーキ食べたい気分だな。
そうか、よし。下校の時に買って帰ろうか。すごくいいやつを。
やったー。
やったー。
ベッキーちゃんの SOS 作戦さすがだったね。
Yeah, truly.
それほどでもあるわね。様？犯人に立ち向かうお姿かっこよかったです。アーニャ様。チッチッチ。ダブルスターライトアーニャと呼べ。ダブルスターライトアーニャ様。 時代来ちゃった。どうしよう。アーニャ人気すぎて友達100人できちゃうかもしれない。
I don't know how long this is gonna last. Oh.
誰かみんながアーニャちゃんの魅力を知ってこのままだと誰かに取られちゃったりして。
いや、ざわじゃねえし。
こうしてこのままだと誰かに取られちゃったりして。
いや、ざわじゃねえし。そんなちんちくりなんとも思ってねえし。何が説得だよ。食い意地張った庶民がギャースかわめいてただけじゃねえか。教えてくれよ、庶民の秘訣を。
庶民って何食ってんだ。召し上がれ。焦げた真っ黒い何かとトゲトゲしたしょっぱい何か。いつもそんな感じ。
すげえぜ。
His plan backfired.
親がご飯作ってるなんて貧乏くせえ。
嘘つき扱いされちゃうわ。
Uh-oh.
多分あれよ。アーニャちゃんの強さの秘密はお母様の特訓よ。お母様とっても強いのよ。
That's true.
稽古つけてもらったの。
へえ、庶民の。
アーニャの人気を母のものにしようとしている。さてはベッキー、
そんなやつと仲良くなったって仮名が汚れるだけだぞ。
次男もアーニャの人気を貶めようとしている。それはまあ間違いじゃないわね。焼いてるから。てか私は違うからね。次男嫌い、クソ野郎。
俺だっててめえなんか大嫌いだっつうの。バーガバーガ。
アーニャ短足じゃないし。
おお、ダミア君がフォージャーさんを泣かした。
ダミア君の方が強いのかしら。
Oh my god. Why are kids so brutal? This is a jungle.
デズモンド家は。
いやー、アーニャが一番強いのに。世界征服したいのに。何言ってるのアーニャちゃん、落ち着いて。
ごめんって。今度こそ詫びのお菓子持ってくるから。泣くなよ。
かわいい。
謝った。違えし。てか金なんかじゃ教室行くぞ。
泣いてないし、次男の方がお迎えの。
I think just all of you just give up on them. Seriously, give up.
泣いてたし、いてないし、アーニャ可愛いから鼻水とか出たことないし。
Yeah, that's accurate. Everyone just gives up.
バカっていうやつがバカだし。
Baka baka baka! Hiya. Austin's troubles, a normal mixer. Waku waku. I have to say, I think that this episode could have been a bit shorter in wrapping up. Like, this last scene was a bit long by Spy Family standards. Because I feel like they wanted to end it, you know, here so that because the next episode is starting something else. But I was hoping for a bit more Stella celebration, or I was hoping for a little bit more. Oh, and man, they did that whole thing about Damian's mother, and it was like the tension was up here. So this last kind of sweet gag, it was just, there was so much tension, and then it was like deflated a little bit quickly and a little bit long. But I do understand, like, they needed to wrap it up there, and so they just gave us a lot of kind of, it was a cute scene. It was enjoyable in its own way. It's just that, the tension from finding out about his mom and what's going on in her head. And this, up to, I think, the last 4 minutes could have just been 3, and then if they just, the last minute set up the next episode, I feel like that would have been perfect to me. But all in all, a very enjoyable episode. I loved seeing the interaction between Damian and Anya when they were both waiting for their parents. I loved seeing Yoru arrive. I loved seeing Damian's mom and the twist there. Very interesting. I love that Lloyd was driving her to school. I loved the scene with Damian eating his mom's cooking. I really hope that was true. And then the ending was good. It was just a little bit stretched out. So that's my thoughts on today's episode. If I had to give it a score, let's see. I gave the last episode a perfect 10. For this week, I would say, for episode 9, I would say the story was overall an 8 with a 7 ending. So I'm gonna give it like a 7.6. For characters, a strong 8. For visuals, an 8. 7.8. 7.8. Audio, 8. Enjoyment / investment, I would say it's a very similar score to the story, so 7.6. So that gives us an average of 7.8, which I think is fair. I was hoping for a bit more Stella celebration. Like, I feel like if they started with this scene, between the episode that in my mind could have started with this scene and his mother, then the opening song, then the Stella scene where they were given their Stellas, and then just like a little bit longer, like give me a minute extra there. I don't know, I feel like a lot could have been rearranged. So first, the bus scene and Lloyd taking her to school. No. When did this happen? Like, where does that fit in? I wish it was just chronological and that they expanded on that scene, I guess. That would be all that. Like, more of this and a little bit less of this. This was a bit long. So anyway, that's it. That's my ramblings of what I would have liked to see, but it is what it is, and it is my opinion only. I'm sure that there's a lot of people that loved it exactly as it was. I would actually like to take a quick peek at the manga if it had the same kind of... But what chapter would this have been? So it is on the Shonen Jump app. The last chapter I looked at was chapter 60. How long ago was that? Oh, that was the Frankie and Fiona scene. So what would this would have been like much later? Not that much later, maybe. This is interesting. There's a lot of like 61, chapter 61, chapter 61. No. Chapter 61, then 62.1, 62.2, 62.3, 62.4, then 63, 64, then 64.1, then 65, 66, 67.1, 67.2. Like, I've never seen that for a manga. That's very interesting to me. The manga is still ongoing, right? Anyway, I'm a little bit worried to just jump to a random chapter and try and see. So, and I'll maybe read it in my own time and share some extra thoughts if I have any next week. Mulder says One Punch Man did that before in the past. I've seen it happen once or twice, but not, it looks very common here. Like, it keeps happening. It happened 27, chapter 27, then chapter 29, chapter 36, chapter 40. Like, it's very frequent. It has definitely happened, but it just feels like I've never seen it happen so many times in one stretch of, is that a manga? Never heard of that. But anyway, this is my first time seeing it, so I'm just curious as to why. But eventually I will read the manga. At the moment, I'm just jumping around between Food Wars, Jujutsu Kaisen. I put Ichi the Witch on pause for a while. Ooh, Rudy Dragon has 1, 2, 3, 4 chapters. And a new one coming in 21 hours. So I like that if there's about 4 or 5 chapters I can read at once instead of one per week. So I think I'm gonna go back to Rudy to catch up and then let it build up again. So, okay. Thank you for watching. Let's read it together, but I'll end the video first. See you next week.